Welcome, my friends. Today we are going to talk about something you use every single minute. It is in your pocket. It is in your walls. It is in the air around you. We are talking about the invisible magic that connects our hearts and minds. Wi-Fi. Imagine for a moment that you are sitting in your favorite coffee shop. You hold a warm cup of tea. You open your laptop. With one small click, you are talking to a friend in a different country. You see their face. You hear their laughter. But look around. Do you see any wires? Do you see long cables stretching across the floor or flying through the air? No. Everything is clean. Everything is silent. This is the power of the invisible threads. We call it Wi-Fi. It is a strange name, isn't it? It sounds like a secret code, but for us, it is just a part of life. It is like the air we breathe or the light from the sun. Think about your day. You wake up and check the weather. You send a good morning message to your family. You watch a video to learn a new English word. Wi-Fi makes all of this possible. It is a bridge that we cannot see. But my friends, have you ever stopped to wonder? What if the Wi-Fi disappeared tomorrow? Suddenly, the maps on your phone go dark. Your messages do not send. The world feels very, very large and very, very quiet. In that silence, we realize something important. We are not just using a tool. We are living in a miracle. We are living in a world where distance does not matter anymore. We are connected by invisible waves of energy. You see, Wi-Fi is more than just technology. It is a gift of connection. It is the reason you can listen to my voice right now. Let's take a journey together to see how this magic began. Long ago, before smartphones and laptops, people had a big dream. They wanted to send messages through the sky. They wanted to talk to someone far away without using a long, heavy wire. In the 1800s, communication was difficult. If you wanted to send a message, you had to use a telegraph. This required thousands of miles of metal wires. It was like a giant spider web covering the earth. But scientists began to notice something strange. They noticed that energy could move through the air. It was like a whisper that no one could hear. They called these radio waves. One famous man, named Guglielmo Marconi, believed in this dream. People thought he was a bit crazy. How can a voice travel through empty space? But Marconi did not give up. In 1901, he sent a signal across the Atlantic Ocean. No wires, just a spark of energy and the open sky. This was the first wireless moment. It proved that the air was not empty. The air was full of possibilities. Think about the sailors on big ships in the middle of the dark ocean. Before wireless, they were completely alone. If they had a problem, no one knew. But with radio waves, they could call for help. This was the beginning of our story. Humanity wanted to reach out and touch the world without being tied down. We wanted to be free from the cables. We wanted our voices to fly. Imagine the excitement of those early scientists. They were like explorers discovering a new continent. But this continent was invisible. It was made of waves and vibrations. They were learning how to speak the language of the universe. As time went on, the dream of wireless communication grew stronger. But the path to Wi-Fi was not a straight line. It was a story of many different people and many different inventions. Did you know that a famous Hollywood actress helped create the technology for Wi-Fi? Her name was Hedy Lamarr. She was very beautiful, but she was also very, very smart. During World War II, she wanted to help. She co-invented a way for radio signals to jump from one frequency to another. This made the signals very hard to block or track. We call this frequency hopping. At the time, the military did not use her idea. But decades later, her invention became a key part of how Wi-Fi stays secure and strong. She showed us that beauty and brains can change the world. Later, in the 1970s and 80s, engineers were trying to connect computers. They used a technology called AlohaNet in Hawaii. They used radio waves to send data between different islands. Then came a group of scientists in Australia. They were experts in radio astronomy. They were trying to find signals from black holes in deep space. To do this, they had to clean up echoes in radio signals. They failed to find the black holes, but they found something better. They used their math to make indoor wireless signals clear and fast. This was a spark of genius. Their mistake became our greatest tool. You see, innovation often happens when we are looking for something else. It is a story of curiosity. These inventors were like artists, using radio waves as their paint. They turned complex math into a way for us to share pictures of our cats. Think about that. The same technology used to look at stars is now used to check your email. It is a beautiful reminder that everything in science is connected. Now, you might be asking, how does it actually work? Let's explain the science in a very simple way. Imagine you are standing by a calm lake. If you drop a small stone into the water, what happens? You see circles of water moving outward. These are waves. Wi-Fi works in a very similar way, but the waves are in the air. Inside your house, you have a small box called a router. Think of the router as a very fast storyteller. It takes the information from the internet and turns it into radio waves. These waves move through the air at the speed of light. They pass through walls. They move around your furniture. They reach your phone or your computer. Your phone has a tiny antenna inside. This antenna catches the waves. It then turns the waves back into data. Suddenly, a beautiful photo appears on your screen. It is like a conversation between two people who speak very fast. The router says, "Here is a piece of a video." And your phone says, "I got it. Send the next piece." They talk to each other thousands of times every second. Because they are so fast, it feels like magic to us. We don't see the work, we only see the result. But remember, Wi-Fi waves are short. They cannot travel very far. This is why you lose the signal when you walk down the street. The whisper becomes too quiet to hear. So, the next time you see that little icon on your phone with the 3 curved lines, think of the lake. Think of the waves. You are catching a message from the air. For a long time, wireless internet was only for big companies or very rich people. It was a niche technology. It was complicated and very expensive. But in 1999, everything changed. A company called Apple decided to put Wi-Fi into their new laptop, the iBook. They called it Airport. At a big show, Steve Jobs picked up the laptop while surfing the web. Then, he walked across the stage. The crowd gasped. There were no wires. He even passed the laptop through a hula hoop to prove it. This was the Great Leap. Suddenly, people realized that they didn't have to sit at a desk anymore. You could check your email on the sofa. You could read the news in bed. Soon, other companies followed. Wi-Fi became cheaper. Routers became easier to set up. It moved from the office to the kitchen and then to the bedroom. Think about how this changed our homes. We used to have one computer room. Now, every room is a computer room. The internet became a part of our family life. We started connecting more than just computers. Our TVs, our game consoles, and even our refrigerators started using Wi-Fi. It became the glue that holds our modern homes together. This rapid growth happened because we love freedom. We don't like to be tied down by cables. Wi-Fi gave us the freedom to move. It gave us the freedom to be digital nomads in our own living rooms. It was a revolution of convenience. It was the moment the internet became truly personal. It wasn't just a machine anymore. It was a companion that followed us wherever we went. The impact of Wi-Fi is much bigger than just convenience. It has changed how we learn, how we work, and how we love. It has made the world a smaller, friendlier place. Think about education. In the past, if you wanted to learn something, you had to go to a library. You had to find a physical book. Now, a student in a small village can use Wi-Fi to take a class from a famous university. Information is now free for everyone with a signal. This is a powerful tool for equality. It gives everyone a chance to grow and succeed, no matter where they live. Think about work. Many of us don't go to an office every day anymore. We work from home, or from a park, or from a cafe. Wi-Fi allows us to balance our lives better. We can spend more time with our children and less time in traffic. But most importantly, think about our relationships. When a grandmother sees her grandchild on a video call, that is Wi-Fi. When a soldier talks to their family from far away, that is Wi-Fi. It helps us stay close when we are physically apart. It carries our "I love you" messages and our "I miss you" photos. It bridges the gap between different cultures and languages. You are an English learner. Perhaps you use Wi-Fi to talk to a language partner across the ocean. You are sharing your stories. You are making a new friend. This is the true impact. It isn't about the speed of the download. It is about the depth of the connection. Wi-Fi has brought us closer together as one human family. We are no longer isolated. We are part of a global conversation that never stops. It is a beautiful, noisy, and wonderful world, all thanks to these invisible waves. As we look to the future, the story of Wi-Fi continues. But like any great journey, there are challenges on the road ahead. We must be smart and careful. One big challenge is security. Because Wi-Fi waves travel through walls, other people can sometimes listen to your data. We must use passwords and stay safe. It is like locking your front door. Another challenge is congestion. So many devices are using Wi-Fi now. Sometimes the air feels crowded and the signal becomes slow. It is like a highway with too many cars. But scientists are already working on the solution. We have new versions like Wi-Fi 6 and Wi-Fi 7. These are much faster and can handle many more devices at once. We are also seeing new technologies like Li-Fi, which uses light bulbs to send data instead of radio waves. Imagine getting internet from the lamp on your desk. In the future, Wi-Fi will be even more invisible. It will be in our cars, helping them drive safely. It will be in our watches, monitoring our health. It will be everywhere. We also hope to bring Wi-Fi to the parts of the world that don't have it yet. There are still many people who cannot connect. Bringing them online is our next great mission. The road ahead is bright. We are moving toward a world where the internet is as common as electricity. We are building a future where no one is left alone in the dark. It is a hopeful time. We are learning how to use this power for good. We are learning how to be better neighbors in our digital neighborhood. So, my friends, we have reached the end of our journey today. We have traveled from the early dreams of Marconi to the smart homes of today. We have learned that Wi-Fi is not just about routers or antennas or frequency hopping. Those are just the tools. The real story is about you and me. Wi-Fi's ultimate purpose is to serve human connection. It exists so we can share our ideas. It exists so we can support each other. It exists so we can progress together as one people. The next time you connect to the internet, I want you to do something. Look at your device, take a deep breath. Remember that you are holding a piece of history. You are participating in a miracle of human genius. You are using the invisible threads to reach out to the world. It is a wonderful feeling, isn't it? We are no longer limited by the walls of our rooms. We are global citizens. We are connected by a signal that is stronger than any wire. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for listening to this story of the invisible bridge. I hope you feel a sense of wonder today. Keep learning, keep connecting, and always remember, behind every signal, there is a human heart waiting to be heard. Until next time, stay connected, my friends.